Welcome to University of Calabria, and I'm the delegate of the rector of University of Calabria, specifically the delegate for international relations. Specifically, I'm the delegate for international action extra-European Union. So my name is Professor Fortino, Giancarlo Fortino, and I will introduce you to University of Calabria. Then we will give you more operational information on how to retrieve useful information for you to connect to our online classes. We will give you additional information on how to interact with departments and key people, key personals coming from our departments. And at the end, we will provide you with a demo on an application that students will use in the campus in order to access to the physical classes. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to say that University of Calabria is one of the reference universities in South Italy. Okay, we are located in a very nice campus in the South Italy. The campus is also full of, let's say, immersed in a land full of history. I'd like to say that Calabria in the ancient times was a colony of the Greek kingdom. Okay, it was called Magna Graecia, that means big Greece. Okay, so University of Calabria is just located in the middle of Calabria, specifically in the area of Rende and Cosenza, surrounded by very beautiful mountains. And you know, Calabria is the point of the Italian peninsula, just close to Sicily Island. As I told you, our land is rich of historical monuments, historical places, and once you will be able, you know, to come and start your experience here at University of Calabria, you will have an intense experience from let's say a history and nature viewpoint. You know, Calabria is very famous in Italy, but also in Europe as a tourist location during summertime, because we are surrounded by very beautiful sea. We got very beautiful beaches. We got very beautiful, let's say, restaurants and hotels, as well as a very nice cuisine. We are pretty famous from the cuisine viewpoint. Okay. Another important point is that our campus is the very first one established in Italy, because once upon a time, Italian universities were located mainly in cities, important cities, historical cities like Rome, Florence, Venice, Milan, and so forth. Okay, so University of Calabria, that was founded almost 50 years ago, so we are a young university according to international, let's say, terminology. Is located, is the very first campus. As you may see, currently the campus is modeled, let's say, like a bridge, a long bridge, almost 1.5 kilometers long, with many buildings around the bridge called cubes. And this environment was mainly thought for students, in order to support students, of course, to study, but not only, because our campus provides residential areas And again, it was one of the very first universities providing residential area for students. We also provide leisure areas because we got theaters, museums, and we also support, students with our huge library. Our library is the largest one in southern Italy, and also we are very proud to say that we are a very, let's say, competing university from the sport viewpoint. So you will be able to approach several sports, Italian football, tennis, and many others. Okay. These are some numbers, useful for students' life. As you may see, we got 3 libraries, 2 theaters, 2 cinemas, and sport and health centers, canteens and restaurants, 5 canteens and restaurants, and then we provide accommodation for more than 2,500 students. Okay, so if we take a look, at the organization of the university from the teaching and research viewpoint, you can see that we have 14 departments and 80 degree courses, including bachelor and Master of Science level degree courses. Okay, University of Calabria is located in the city of Rende. That is a pretty young city, even though there is also the historical center of Rende. And specifically, the most important city in the area is Cosenza. And for students, for young people, Cosenza and Rende offer a very nice environment, a very, let's say, a charming environment. Also, the nightlife is very safe and enjoyable, and there are a lot of beautiful places to visit and live. It is also important to highlight that we provide very competitive accommodation based on very competitive living costs. As I told you, University of Calabria offers more than 2,500 student accommodations in the campus at an extremely competitive living cost. You think about an average single room cost is about 170 euro per month. That is much cheaper with respect to the majority of Italian universities. And it's important to say that we provide scholarships, specifically, not only to Italian students, but to international ones. You participated to a call named Unical Admission, and on that call, we provided more than 100 scholarships, exactly 138 scholarships a year, okay? So if you are able to win the scholarship, and for sure someone of you already was able to have the scholarship, winners are fully exempted from tuition fees, and they also got many benefits, not only accommodation and meals, but also a pocket money that is pretty useful to live and going around. Okay, I already described you our sports activity, but indeed you can see all the list of our sport activities related to, team sports, football, Italian football, but also volleyball, basketball, and so forth, martial arts, individual sports, athletics, bodybuilding, and also tennis, okay? We'd like to say that University of Calabria is ranked in the Young World University ranking. We are 150 in the ranking, even though in previous years we were also able to be ranked in the first 100 universities. We are one of the biggest, let's say, Italian universities. Specifically, we are the fourth in the Italian ranking. The most important one is called Censis. So it's an Italian ranking that is able to rank all Italian universities, and we are just ranked fourth among the big state universities. And it's worth saying that we also have 5 departments of excellence according to national assessment. So there are 5 departments among our 14 departments that were judged excellent by our government. Okay, and of course we are also well positioned in all the international rankings. For sure, you know Times Higher Education, but we are also in QS. We are also in the Jiantong University ranking. Indeed, we are currently in all the rankings, in all the available international rankings. Okay, and in such rankings, we are let's say pretty well positioned, and in specific areas we also are in very good position, very good, let's say, layers, 200, 250, and 100, 150 in different areas like computer science, engineering, mathematics, and so on and so forth. Okay. Another point, very interesting, is that we promote the establishment of startup spin-off at the university, mainly driven by excellent graduates of ours. Okay, and we also have an incubator that is able to make grow startup and spin-off during their very first inception. Okay, let's say from a teaching viewpoint, we have 31 bachelor degrees, 43 master degrees, and 6 degrees that are a mix of bachelor plus master, and they take 5 years. Bachelor degree usually takes 3 years, a master degree takes 2 years, and this hybrid master and bachelor degree take 5 years. In which areas? Natural science, human science, applied science, and socio-economic science. This is the list of all our departments that, of course, you may know. Okay, and we also have degree course fully taught in English, specifically 3 fully taught in English, and then other additional 3 in which not all the course is provided in English, but just some profile or specialization provided in English. Okay, and of course, as I told you, studying at Unical is not only a teaching experience or a research experience. For those of you who would like, to be involved in research activity, in experimental research activities, or in general in research activities connected to your thesis or to some of your projects, but it is an immersive cultural experience. Okay, providing support in all the area related to cinema, modern philology, historical sciences, political sciences, and so on and so forth. And of course, my wish for you is that you will be able soon to come and join us in our campus. Okay, you know that the first semester will be fully delivered online. But you know, if the situation will change in the world, and then of course the pandemic period will pass, hopefully pretty soon, we will host you in our university starting from the second semester. So this is my wish, also the wish of our rector, to welcome you at our university and to see you soon in our campus. So now I will pass the floor to the head of the international office, Dr. Gianpiero Barbuto, who will give you information related to the interface with which you could interact in order to have all possible informations related to the campus, but also related to all the services we are able to provide. So I'd like to invite Gianpiero to start his talk, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Fortino. First, I would like to thank you, all of you, for joining this meeting. I'm sorry if someone, I'm checking on question and answers window. Someone asked for Italian language for our presentation, but as you know, for us could be probably better, but you know, we have to respect all the countries represented by you. So we are talking in English, and this it's my pleasure to have you in this important meeting, because it's the first time that in our young history as university, we are academic life since 50 years, and in our young history is the first time that we offer this welcome day to international students online. It's not our fault, as you can imagine. So, but we are very happy to create this link with you directly from now onwards. So it's important to know that we are strong working in the last 10 years and we are working hard to allow all the international community from all over the world to experience a piece of world, a piece of the real world in our campus. And because it's an international campus, because we have 75 countries represented in our campus, we are students coming from more than 75 countries around the world. So we are looking forward, as Professor Fortino said, to receiving you in person, because it could be our joy to have you in our campus. From now, please try to interact with us, as we will explain very immediately after my short presentation. Please interact with the person linking with each department, so you can have all the useful information. First, you can have a personal interaction with the Welcome Office service. This is a service of our international office. Welcome Office could reply in, I think, not more than 48 hours, more than 2 days, because we receive thousands of email. And be patient if we don't reply immediately. By in 1-2 days, we try to reply to you, and for all the needing you could have from now onwards concerning everything, concerning visa, concerning the problem related to enrollment and the rest. Also, if you need connection with your department of your degree course, please check on and try to send an email to welcomeoffice@unical.it. that probably you already have this kind of information. And it's important to know that we are trying to do all our best for creating a good connection with you, also giving you the opportunity to talk with us directly by Teams and Microsoft Teams with personal also communication. We can also receive online your question directly with a video through the platform of Teams, and you can find this link directly coming from Unical International Welcome Office. This is the path for reaching us also directly on video, and we'll try to do all our best from now onwards, as we are usual to do, trying to give you all the needing, all the support that you need. And it's important that this kind of support is not only before you're coming, but also during, when you, I hope, will arrive very soon. I hope during the next semester. This is our deep hope, that you can come here on, from January onwards. But it's not up to us, as you can imagine. And but in any case, we give you all of our support also online from now onwards, before, during, and probably also sometime also after your stay in our campus. And last thing, it's important also to know that we will offer very soon an Italian language and culture course for free directly online. We will inform you directly by email, by your email, the link where you can have a first placement test, and will be everything supported by our linguistics center. And you will have a placement test in which we will understand which kind of level of Italian knowledge you have. Don't scare about this. Also, if you just know to say ciao is enough, okay? And then we will guide you to have a good knowledge of Italian, also for having a good interaction, a good attending about the courses that you will attend, okay? And this is important, and probably it will happen the 12th of October, the next 10 days, okay? The 12th of October, October 12, we will have the placement test for understanding your level of Italian language. All of you could apply and could attend this course for free, okay? This is important to know, because we will reply this course also during the second semester. So you will have the opportunity to enhance your knowledge of Italian, first attending the first course, and then also try to prolong this this knowledge with the second part of the course during the second semester. And I wish all the best for your life, hoping that you keep safe and well, you and your family. Please take care, because this fight is that together we can solve, and we can try to fight this horrible virus that are invading all the world. But we trust in God, and we believe that we will meet you very soon. Enjoy the other part of this meeting, and I hope to give the floor to the next professor that will explain everything about the didactical issues. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Gianpiero. So the focus is back on me, and yes, please be interactive, in the sense that the very first interface for you is the welcome office of our university. So you can see the email. For sure, you already interacted with the welcome office using such an email, but please use such an email in order to interact with them and with us. This is the very first interface. Before giving you additional information related to the department and the recourse interfaces, I'd like to say that you know, Dr. Barbuto already said this, but I'd like that you know, let's say, watch this slide, and as you may see, we have currently more than 800 international students in our campus, and it's worth saying that this is the highest number of international students among the southern Italian universities. Okay, so we are ranked #1 according to this let's say metric. Okay, we also have more than 200 international cooperation agreements with universities from all over the world, you know, from Americas to Europe to Australia, passing through China and Asia. Okay, and another important number is related to how many students apply for being enrolled at our university. It's a very interesting number. This year, even though, you know, this is a strange year, that is the year of this pandemic, anyway, we received 1,560 applications, okay, to be enrolled in the academic year 2020-2021. Okay. Finally, I'd like also to highlight that we are involved in many different mobility programs like Erasmus Plus and other programs promoted by University of Calabria that are able to offer you the opportunity, the possibility to go and study extra EU. Just to give you an example, a student of mine who was from Africa, specifically from Senegal, had the opportunity to spend a 6-month period at New University, New York. So our environment, as Dr. Barbuto said, is a very international one, is a very open environment. So you will be able to not only carry out your, let's say, studies here, but you could have opportunities, you know, to go also abroad. Okay. So stating this, I can close this presentation and let me. Okay. So now I'd like to give you some information on how you can interface with department and on how you could be able to retrieve important information. So first of all, you already know the point of entry for Unical admission. Okay, that is our website, www.unicaladmission.it. Okay, I will show you right now. Okay, so that I can show you. Just a moment. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay, so now you can see the website of Unical admission, the same one you used in order to apply for the enrollment in our university. And here, if you see on this link, academic experience, on this link, you can see the 3 levels of our didactics organization. So the bachelor degree courses, the master degree courses, and the master degree courses in English. Okay, so here you will find in a little while, you see here, in a little while here you will find the links to all the information you need in order to retrieve the schedule of your classes, and in order to interact with the human interface of the departments and of the degree courses inside the departments. Okay, so we will notify you when all the information will be available. So in the coming hours, within today, tomorrow at max, anyway, we will interact with you in order to provide you with links, and then you can follow such links in order to retrieve the information that will allow you to connect to the classes online. Now, in order to connect with the classes online, we use Microsoft Teams. It means that you need a Microsoft Teams account. So if you are already enrolled in our university officially, you will have an official email. Using such email, you can connect to Microsoft Teams. Then you can easily follow the links we provide you, and then you can join the classes online. For those of you who doesn't have yet an institutional email from University of Calabria, because you are not yet officially enrolled, anyway, you can create your own Microsoft email, and then you can use your own Microsoft email in order to request access to the classes. Okay, so all this information will be available on the web page I showed you, and we will also try to send you all an email with such an information in order to facilitate you know, in retrieving fundamental information for you. Okay, so this is something that we will deliver you in the coming days. Please remember that classes will start next week on Monday. Okay, so we will struggle to provide you with all the information you need in order to join the online classes. Of course, if you are in difficulty, if you'd like to have more information, please, first interface will be the welcome office, but the most important interface, let's say from teaching viewpoint, will be the ones we will send you in a little while, okay? So that they could forward your requests even to the professor of specific courses, so that you can easily interact with professors, and professors themselves could support you in, let's say, in an effective and efficient way. Okay, so I'd like to ask Dr. Barbuto or Professor Scarcello whether or not they would like to add something to what I said.
No, everything is okay. I'm also trying to reply to some questions about some students. I think it's concerning. It's important that they know, and I just want to highlight that very soon we will try to give you all the useful information from the channel that just explained, and Professor Fortino, on www.unicaladmission.it. From academic experience, you will find the right tables with all information about the link for each department and all the scheduling of the courses and the link to attend to them.
Okay, great. Now, specifically for those of you are in the campus, of course, they are not enrolled to the very first year, but very likely they belong to successive years of our degrees. We will show you an application that anyway you will use when you will come here. That is called Smart Unical. And using this application, you can register to the physical classes so that we can trace you just in an unfortunate event that something related to COVID-19 will happen. Okay, so now I will pass the floor to my colleague, Professor Longo.
Perfect. So we have, as University of Calabria, we have developed this application to support this period of pandemics, because we have to to stay in a safe environment. So we have developed this application to support students as well as professors to have a safe working environment. Basically, this application for students and for professors will allow you to, from one side, for professors to create courses as well as lessons, and then students will be able to book their lesson. And after receiving the confirmation of booking, students can even do the check-in once they arrive in the classroom. So before entering the classroom, they will be asked to make a check-in by scanning a QR code, and so we will be able to keep in some way information and data about all the students that are attending the different classrooms. So in case of a person that is positive to the COVID-19, we can make the right contact tracing, and therefore we can increase the safety of our classroom as well as our environment. So as you can see from the screen, basically this is the application as we usually see from the professor side. I will show quickly both the professor side and the student side. So this is the professor side. From the professor side, we have the possibility, to create courses. Here there are just some tests, as you can see, to create courses as well as to create lessons. These are test lessons, not real lessons. We have just created these lessons to show you some example. So basically we can create lessons as well as we can create courses. So in this case we have two courses, as well as if we go within the test course, we have a number of lessons already created. And basically if you access this application from the student side, you will see exactly the same structure. You will see courses as well as lecture. And once you select one lesson, so let's suppose we select a test-free lesson, you can book this lesson. So there are information like the building 44C, the floor, as well as the date of the lesson and time, as well as the duration of the lesson. So again, please consider that this is just an example. It's a 10 minutes lesson. So it is just an example. If you use the app, you will see the real lessons created by professor. In this case, the professor is myself, Francesco Longo, and there are also information regarding the people that are allowed to book the lessons. In this case, all the people with family name included between the letter A and the letter L. And in the students' mobile app, you can book these lessons and you will receive a confirmation. Basically, the confirmation will say, okay, your booking is successful or not. We cannot book your lessons. This is the first part. So first of all, you select your courses and you book your lessons. After this, the next step is when you reach the classroom. So before entering the classroom, you have to click on check-in. If you click on check-in, you have to scan. You see the camera now, but I'm just looking at my laptop. But what you have to do is to point your camera toward the QR code that you will find in correspondence of the entrance of the classroom and even inside the classroom. And you will scan the QR code, and you will receive a message telling you that you are allowed to enter the classroom. Once you, after the class, at the end of the lesson, so you have to do the checkout. So instead of doing check-in, there will be a small button, and you have to click on it, and you will make the checkout from the room. So basically, you have two major functionalities. First of all, you select your courses and you select your lessons, and you book your lessons and wait for the confirmation of the booking. So booking is successful. When you receive, usually immediately, the confirmation of the booking, then it means that you are allowed to attend the lessons in presence. You can go in the classroom. Once you arrive at the entrance of the classroom, you have to click on check-in, and you have to scan the QR code. After the lessons, at the end of the lessons, you have to make the checkout. There will be, now we didn't make the check-in, and so we don't see the button checkout, but it's very easy. It's a button, you click checkout, and it's okay. In addition, just to conclude, you have some additional link like university, social, phone book, and basic information about the app. If you click on university, you will be redirected on the university website. If you click on social, you will see all the social of University of Calabria, as well as if you click, for instance, on phone book, then you will be redirected on the phone book of University of Calabria that is currently not available for some reasons. Maybe there is a connection problem on my mobile phone, but you will be redirected on the University of Calabria website. So it's pretty simple to be used. Future functionalities will be added later on in the next weeks within this app, and as soon as we release new functionalities, we will release tutorials to use the application, as well as the application will be available on the Google Store and iOS Store. Please note that there is also the web app. The web app can be used both by Android and Apple smartphones. It's basically a website. You can easily find this website because it is located at smartcampus.unical.it. Maybe, I don't know, we can write the website in the chat, just to to be sure that everyone will have access to the. That's very important because it means that, let me come back to my screen. It means that you do not need specifically the Android app or the Apple app, but basically you can use directly the web app. Okay, let me go back to my screen in a few seconds. Thanks a lot. If you have questions, I really would be very glad to answer.
Okay, so thanks a lot to Francesco, Professor Longo, and now it's time for questions and answers. So what we are gonna do now is just to read some of the, let's say, published interesting questions and try to provide some answers. But all the answers with also a fact list will be published on the Unical admission website. Okay, so we will report questions and answers also on the website, so that you can access to them, and also students that are not present now can access to the fact list. Okay, so before saying this, anyway, your point of contact, please, is anyway Unical admission website. Okay, www.unicaladmission.it. Okay, so maybe also Gianpiero could help me to reply to some question, and let's start with okay, this is very interesting, because I think this will involve almost everybody online, of course. Since okay, this is the question from one student. Since we are taking classes online and the language proficiency is heavily related to language exposure, are we international students going to have extra language support to succeed academically? Also, are we going to hold accountable with the same scholarship exigence? Okay, my reply is the following. Of course, if you are enrolled in a fully English degree course taught in English, like finance and insurance, computer science, and computer engineering for IoT, of course, all classes will be delivered in English. Okay. In other degree courses, usually at master of level science or at bachelor level, usually the language is Italian. Okay, so this is why we provide you with an Italian course, as Dr. Barbuto said. So in 10 days, you got the opportunity to follow the Italian course online. So to try to be skilled in the Italian language. Of course, we will try to ask professor to provide also material in English. Usually they provide, okay? But of course, for the courses provided in Italian, the official language is Italian, as you know. So I think that according to our experience, professors are very flexible to provide support for those of you, you know, who don't have right now a high Italian proficiency. Okay, so they all know English or other languages. I think about someone of you coming from Latin America. You speak Spanish, and some professors are able to speak Spanish, and so forth, and so on and so forth. So I think that we are pretty flexible in supporting you throughout your studies. Okay. Maybe Gianpiero would like to say something else on this.
No. I just, there are some interesting questions concerning someone who are asking for first, a smart campus, the app that has been showed before by Professor Longo. I wish to highlight that it's for all the enrolled students at the University of Calabria. If they are in the campus or if they are outside the campus. And this is important to highlight. It's for all the students. And another important question that probably someone of you could reply, it's can you please explain how to notify the professor about our personal Microsoft account email address in order to participate to the lesson starting from Monday? This is a question. Is there a specific channel to do that, or we need to write an email to the departments? This is the question about the student. As Professor Scarcello already replied to directly to this. So please, if the other colleagues from the departments taking a look to question and answer, probably they could reply too. And especially for someone who are asking for Italian, for instance, students enrolled in a Master in Sciences for Development and Cooperation. They want to know, they wish to know if will be delivered in the English language or will be there an Italian language lesson for us. I think will be in Italian language, but I replied that probably should be possible to have an English support. Okay, in all the most of the degree courses could be asked for an English support in terms of having some helping hand for the people who have a low level of Italian knowledge. We don't leave alone the students in any case. This is important. But if the courses will be held in Italian language, it's obvious you have to need a basic Italian language knowledge. And we will offer the Italian language course for free for this special reason.
Okay, I'm reading another question related to we are going to start with classes both online or physical. Okay, for those of you who are located abroad, you know, the classes are online, fully online. For other students that are in the campus, because, you know, they are enrolled to not just the very first year, but to successive years. It depends, it strictly depends on the course. Some courses are given physically and online. Some courses are given only online. And this is reported in the schedule, okay? So again, on the website of Unical Admission, you will find the schedule of all courses in a little while, okay? So again, some courses are physical, but also online. Some courses are totally online, okay? Even for students that are here, okay? For example, computer engineering for IoT will be delivered fully online, even for students that are in the campus, because you know, they belong to the second year and not to the first one. Just let me scroll a bit. Someone is asking for how to apply for scholarship. Maybe, Gianpiero, you can be more precise on this.
To apply for a scholarship, apart from Unical Admission, probably, and
Yeah.
this will be managed by our residential center. And you have to, I can send a link where you can find some information about the scholarship. Anyway, for all the students to be correctly oriented, please always send an email to welcomeoffice.unical.it, and we will try to orient the students and give them the right link or the right person, or we will take care to reply in some way. This is the best solution for all the needing you have. also for the scholarship. But it's important to know that scholarship coming from Italian ministry called in Italian diritto allo studio, this kind of scholarship are managed directly by the residential center, centro residenziale of our university. Is not from our side. From our side, we manage the scholarship called Unical admission. This is important to understand. In any case, please send an email to welcomeoffice.unical.it and we will reply correctly about your questions. Thank you.
Okay. See some other.
Giancarlo, perhaps Maria Laura Corradi would say something. Maria Laura,
okay.
If you want, you can share your video. Okay. And
can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Hear me? Okay. Well, thanks for this presentation. I would like just to address my greetings to the students who are listening today and welcome them, making sure they understand when they will be able to come here. Here there is a community and professors who also live in the residential area, as I do. And after all these technicalities that were very important in order to communicate to the students abroad how they should manage to go to class and all different bureaucratical and technical issues. Just would like to tell them that this campus is sensitive to interreligious dialogue, diversity, sex and gender issue, and there are associations of students, and language is not difficult at all. After a semester, usually our students, even those who come from very far away, can speak the language quite well. So there is a lot of social life, and hopefully as soon as the COVID virus emergency will be gone, we're going to have social life and be able to welcome all the students in a proper way. Thank you.
Thank you. Giancarlo, you are live again.
Yeah, just a moment. My mic. Okay, maybe you can. I hope you can hear me. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot to Maria Laura Corradi, Professor Corradi. It's important what she said. We do believe in what she said. So our aim, and in my opinion, it's a primary one, is to support what she said. So to create a balanced environment. Okay, this is fundamental according to our vision of international university. Okay, so I think that we try to reply to all questions. Also, Gianpiero is trying to, Dr. Barbuto is trying to reply to very specific questions related to the visa. Maybe Gianpiero, can you say something about the visa process?
Okay, the visa process from this year is managed directly by a web platform called Universitaly, as you know. When you apply for a pre-registration request on you pre-register your position to be enrolled in our university through Universitaly, we will accept your application and then pass everything to the embassy, Italian embassy or Italian consulate in your country. They will take care to reply to your application, and then you have to get in touch with them. It's not up to our institution because we already checked all the pre-registration application that we received from more than 400 international students. We accept all these application, and then it's up to the Italian embassy and consulate. We understand that not all the Italian embassy and consulate could have immediately a reply to you, but in any case, if you encounter some kind of problems, please inform us through welcomeoffice@unical.it, and we will take care to get in touch with the Italian embassy in your country. This is important. Second thing is that when you will receive a visa, as we wish to all of you, you have to respect the Italian rules in terms of coming in Italy. These, when you receive a visa, this not means that you could come immediately to Italy. Please inform us, because we could have some block concerning your country due to the pandemic situation. So please take care about this information. If you receive a visa, please get in touch also with us concerning, and we try to manage your coming to our campus. This is important, and you can also spend this visa not immediately, but also you can wait when will be the opportunity to come to Italy. This is important to know. You don't waste your time, you don't lose your right to come to Italy when you receive a visa, but you can spend this right as soon as will be possible. And don't worry about this. And if you have problems, please get in touch with welcomeoffice.unical.it. But it's important to understand that all we have to do, all we did, we already gave to all the Italian embassies in the countries where you are coming from, the right information about your acceptance. We don't have to send to you any kind of letter of acceptance, because we are doing all this acceptation through universitaly.it. Okay? Please don't ask for a letter of acceptance, because it's not the right rule from this year onwards. Okay? And it's important. In any case, I understand that could be some of you could be in some sort of confusion about these rules, but please send an email to Welcome Office and we will guide you in the right way. Don't worry. We will try to solve all the problems.
Someone say that I've got my D visa today. When I will move to Calabria physically, even though you receive your visa, the first semester is online, so you could move if everything will, let's say, will go well. Okay, you could move here before the second semester. It means in February or end of January. Okay, so of course we support you for your exams. So your exams will be fully online, so you will not lose any opportunity to give exams, okay? But again, it should be clear that during the first semester, you will be at your country, at your home, and you will be online. Then you could move here before the second semester will start. Okay, this is our official, let's say, resolution. Okay. Okay. Another one is how to receive the books if we are online. You know, we will provide slides, we will provide references. Of course, we cannot send original books in PDF. You know, this is, let's say, prohibited by law. Okay, but anyway, a part of this, professor will be happy to support you and to try to fulfill all your requests. Okay, this is my reply. Let me see. Someone asks for changing from one degree course to another. This is something, maybe Francesco, may you reply how to change from one degree course to another?
They can send a specific request to servizididattici.unical.it to ask about possible change of courses. There is Alessio Caravella, perhaps, that would say something to reply to a question about chemistry.
Yeah, sure. But
Alessio, if you...
I cannot see the
question. I enrolled in chemistry course. I want to know about a practical lab. How I can get all benefit while I'm abroad? Because I don't miss these lab activities.
Okay, basically, okay, at first year, we basically do not have lab activities. We just have in the second year. And actually, we are managing this by organizing some recording session of the visit, because, okay, student in principle can visit our lab in the presence. But we will ensure the same services to online students by recording the visiting session. So this will be not a big deal about that, because we will record everything and we will make it available for all the students requiring it. I hope I was clear, or if you have any other doubts, please.
Okay, thanks, Alessio. I think there are, we have both chemistry and chemical engineering. So Alessio answered.
I reply for chemical engineering. Yeah.
Yes, for chemical engineering. While for chemistry, I don't know if there is some other colleague that can add something. Perhaps there are some lab activities there. We will do our best to let it possible for all of you to follow somehow what's happening there. But of course, for lab activities, the presence is of course a different experience. Anyway, in this particular situation, we will do our best to record sessions and make also virtual simulation, whatever is possible to help you in following the activities.
Okay.
Giancarlo?
Yeah, there is some question. I can generalize the question. They are asking about how they could make some experience in some organization or in some company during their Master of Science studies, and whether or not there is some opportunity for be enrolled in some PhD school. Okay, so of course, in the sense that University of Calabria promotes a lot friendship period in organization and companies, even abroad. Okay, and then we also have a list of PhD schools that you can try to be admitted after you gain your Master of Science degree. Okay, of course, for some specific area, you could not have a reference PhD, but usually we got a school covering all Master of Science graduated students. Okay, will exams be online? Yes, for those of you who are not here, of course, exams will be online. Usually exam period is January, middle of January till end of February, more or less. It then depends on the departments and degree courses. But of course, you could perform your exams online. Okay.
Francesco, sorry, there is Tiziana Marino wanting talk, but she said she's not able to reply to connect for chemical courses.
Chemistry.
So,
just for clarifying the student that asked about the activity in lab in the Department of Chemistry, I want to underline that this kind of activity is still in progress for the people that is not really present in the campus. And for this reason, it's possible to contact the tutor for internationalization that is always in touch with the student for giving news about. In any case, this kind of activity generally will start in December. So before are not present activities in laboratory.
Thanks, Tiziana.
Okay.
Okay, there is another one interesting, that is, under any condition is it applicable for the student to request taking the second semester online? You know, it depends on the situation, in the sense that if hopefully the pandemics will disappear, the second semester will be physical. But if there is, you know, some hue of pandemics, and anyway, we will try to deliver also classes online. But, you know, this is something that we need to better understand. Okay, so please, by now the first semester will be online. The second one could be or could not. Okay, so of course we are in touch, and we will notify you as soon as we will have this information available. Okay, by now let's try to think about the first semester. Okay, thanks.
Yes, we could say that very likely even the second semester will be also available in both ways. So both in presence and distance, even to help those that could not join us in the second part of the year. Okay, we are not sure 100% now, but it's very, very likely.
The course in Italian we start on 12, but the class is on 5th. Yeah, unfortunately there is a misalignment. Okay, but anyway, the two things will be done in parallel, of course. So this is something that you should adapt a little bit, and then you can ask support to your professors on this. Hopefully, by having some, English English slides or some English books of reference or something like that. Okay, so there is this, let's say, little disalignment, but I hope that everything will go fine, as every year. So students usually didn't have any issue, okay, in attending in parallel courses and Italian classes. Okay. Gianpiero, would you like to say something more on this?
No, I'm trying to reply to all the questions and just keep it this one you are talking about. And,
okay.
Concerning the Italian language, it's just a support, but we usually arrange this course on October each year, because for Italian regulation, for applying and attending Italian universities degree courses, you need to have a basic Italian language knowledge. So we understand that it's not easy to have this kind of knowledge, and so for this reason we give a support for free about Italian language course. So we are usual to do it on October, and then also during second semester on February, March. So we are trying to do the same, but in online version. But it's this is the right time for having, because after your coming, you will have the Italian language course. So we can not do anything else, because we are trying to do all our best, as I said before.
Oh yeah, there is another one that I missed it. Let's see. Gianpiero, someone said that he's already here. He's not at the university, but he's here in Calabria.
Yeah.
What has to do now?
I already replied to this guy. I say that if he is in Calabria, he still is, someone of them are still in Calabria. If they don't have any kind of health problem related to COVID-19, they could apply directly download the smart app, and they try to look for attending to the class if they already are in Calabria and it's a student as the others. But it's important that they they haven't any kind of a health problem. I cannot say anything else if they are in Calabria.
Where can I find information to connect to classes? Again, we are going to update the Unical Mission website with links you can follow in order to connect to your schedule, Teams-based classes, or at least with the departmental interfaces through which you can have this information. Okay, so in a little while, we will update the website in such a way to support all of you. About the Microsoft account, of course, as soon as you'll be officially enrolled, you will have an institutional email through which you can access the Microsoft Teams platform, okay? But even though you don't have it yet, okay, you can create a Microsoft account, and then you could be invited as guest in order to attend classes via Microsoft Teams, okay?
Sorry, there is an important question a student say, if I'm not able to get a visa, can I continue the program online if I meet a scholarship condition? Yes, you can, because if you has been enrolled, you could attend online the courses. During the next month, you have to take care to try to get a visa for the second semester, and this is important. But for now, if you still have not a visa, you can attend the courses if you are enrolled.
Yeah, again, the smart Unical app will be useful. I mean, not only useful, you need to download it, but when you will be here, okay? So you don't need it in your home country, of course. So you need it in order to access to the university, specifically to the classrooms. But if you are at your home country, of course, you don't need to download anything.
There is a question about how much does life at Unical cost apart from the school fees?
The cost is 170 euros per month for a single room in our residential center, and 140 euros, 140 euros for a month in a double room. Concerning the meals, we offer an Italian meal with different dishes in our cafeteria, in our mensa, for less than 5 euros per meal, but it also depends of the personal income. Could also spend less than 2 euros per meal if you have a low income for each meal, for lunch, and 2 euros for dinner, for instance. This is the cost. Then there is a cost for health insurance, health care, that it's the public health insurance that each Italian has, that cost 150 euros per year. Okay, 150 per year, and these give you the opportunity to have medical care during your staying here. So it's very low fares for all of each things that I say. Okay, concerning accommodation, for let you have a right idea, you could spend less than 5,000 euros for the entire year for all tuition fees, accommodation, meals, health insurance, and also transportation. You can spend not more than from 4,000 to 5,000 euro per year. This is the low fare, I think, in many parts of the world.
Excuse me, you say 4,000?
4,000 for the entire year, for 1 year of living costs. You have is inclusive accommodation, meals, lunch, dinner, and breakfast, and health care, the health insurance, for any kind of needing, also for the medicine, for everything, as an Italian, because we have the public health system, and also for the transportation, and for some needing about some taxes concerning the visa permit, the permission of stay, and everything. Not more than from 4,000 to 5,000 euros. If you have low income, probably you spend less than 4,000 too.
Okay, I also wrote it in the questions and answers chat, so they can read there also.
Okay, so I think that maybe we replied to the most important ones, because I see other questions that are pretty similar to the previous ones. Okay, so maybe we can close such event here, and you know, the students could find in a little while all the information on the Unical admission website. Gianpiero, you'd like to say something else?
No, I'm writing just the addresses we are talking about. Unical admission and welcome office at unical.it. This is the principal door for all your needing at Unical, and then we try to orient the people and guiding the people to all the useful information about the department. And please try to refer to the delegates of each department and each degree courses that we publish within next Monday. We publish on www.unicaladmission.it all useful information. You have to check academic experience, click on academic experience, and you will find all the useful information about delegates, reference, and everything about the degree course, and also the link to the classes. And we are at your disposal for all, and we hope, really strongly hope, to see you in presence at the campus. Thank you so much for joining this important meeting.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we hope and we wish to have you soon in our campus. Okay.
Bye bye.